It is clear the whole of February 25 electoral process failed to meet Nigerians' expectations, U.S. envoy says. Can you imagine? So the U.S. envoy that monitored the election of the 25 February has come out to say that the entire electoral process failed and failed to meet the expectation of Nigerians. The United States ambassador to Nigeria, Marybeth Leonard, has said it is clear that the electoral process as a whole on February 25 failed to meet Nigerians' expectations. Leonard stated this in an op-ed released on Sunday morning and made available to Daily Sun in Abuja by the United States diplomatic mission to Nigeria. Leonard said the people of Nigeria demonstrated their dedication to democracy on February 25, but there are many angry and frustrated Nigerians as well as many of who are celebrating victories they believe were hard fought and well earned. In the coming days, it will be important for the future of this country that Nigerians not let their differences divide them, and that the legally established process for resolving challenges to the election be allowed to take its course. We commend Mr. Obi and Mr. Abubakar for their recent statements committing to take this part, and Mr. Tinubu, who INEC declared the president-elect under Nigeria's electoral framework, for acknowledging their right to do so. The United States is no stranger to election-related controversy and conflict. As much as it can be unsatisfying to end an electoral process in a courtroom in a constitutional democracy bound by the rule of law, that is where electoral conflict may appropriately conclude. It is clear that the electoral process as a whole on February failed to meet Nigeria's expectations. As I said numerous times prior to the elections, Nigeria has accomplished much in just the 2+ decades since the return of democracy, and a gradual improvement in the quality of its elections in that time constitutes one of those accomplishments. Leonard further said the United States recognizes that Nigerians want that positive trend to continue, including through the use of new technology intended to make the process of reporting results more transparent. Unfortunately, it was not used now. So we thus reiterate our call on INEC to address promptly the challenges that be resolved ahead of the March 11 gubernatorial elections, and to undertake a broader review of the problems that transpired during the last election and what can be done to fix them. In all cases, INEC should share with the Nigerian public information about the action it is taking. I also want to highlight some of the remarkable results from these past elections that show how Nigerian political landscape is indisputably changing. In more than half of the states, 20, the winning candidate represented a different party, than that of the incumbent governor. 12 of these states are led by APC governors. For the first time, 4 presidential candidates won at least one state, and the top 3, each won 12 states based on these initial results. In the National Assembly elections, even with results still incomplete, we already know that changes are afoot. 7 sitting governors lost in their attempts to win election to the Assembly. The Labour Party has won at least 7 seats in the Senate. The NNPP has won at least 11 seats in the House of Representatives. The Nigerian people have made clear their desire for responsive and inclusive governance, and we strongly support the ability to express that desire. The United States and Nigeria are the 2 largest presidential democracies in the world and long-time partners. As Nigeria goes through these next weeks and months, we stand with you, Leonard stated. Yeah, that diplomatic statement that this woman makes, so he now come out clear to talk with him go wrong. If they come out, they praise people. Does it make sense? The US will continue to sit on the fence. They will not say the truth. They will not come out to declare the truth. Also, a diplomatic statement that this lady had just made. She has not said anything to me. That is the truth. Okay, she just spoke probably as a government agent and as a representative of U.S. government. Okay, probably she will try to be careful to mind what she says so that she will not incite violence, to remain diplomatic, so that she will also not enquiry from her president, that is the president of the United States, or the U.S. Government that sent her to be ambassador to Nigeria. But the truth remains that the election was marred with violence and all electoral laws and guidelines were all violated en masse. Okay, the INEC chairman violated everything that rules election in Nigeria. Quite unfortunate, and he has to pay for it. He has to pay for it. There's no two ways about it. So the national APC is acting with impunity, thinking that they will get away with it. Let's see how that will happen. Okay, let's see how that will happen. I don't know how they're going to get away with it, but let's see how that will happen. So there's we have a few comments here. Let's see what people are saying. Somebody say, forget that white witch. Look, nobody can change our country for better except us. The earlier we do it, the hard way, the better for us. That is the truth. And that's why the woman was sitting on the fence. She didn't really say anything that can impact anybody. She just spoke diplomatically. That is the truth. So let's leave it. We have to fix it by ourselves. Please change this your name because fools don't answer Dennis, please. Can you imagine? You're just insulting. People cannot just come out and say something neutral on a neutral position without insulting others. Yes, our country must be changed for good, but majority of us didn't give the mandate to Tinubu and his fellow rough in APC. Okay? Their promise of change for 8 years did not bring any positive change. Once beaten, twice shy, Tinubu can't steal our mandate and go free. Nigeria is not Lagos, where he can do anything and go free. That is the truth. Somebody say, true, finally. Thank you, madam. Illegitimate president. Okay? So, somebody say, you will soon cry your own, and your cry will never end for calling evil good. That is the truth. How can you how can you see what is bad and you say it's good? Beautiful talk. God bless you. I know people will continue to appreciate well. I don't see what anything US can do to help Nigeria improve. All of them are looking for a way to exploit Nigeria. That is the truth. That is the truth. Somebody say, what is robot? What is your name? Okay, we will so deal with either now. Wow, suppose some put the right self. They don't know whether somebody can understand what they right. Eh? So I say no one from other country can tell us what to do in Nigeria. Okay, they need to shut up their mouth. We know how the election went in USA. If they don't want to cause chaos, they need to shut up. Can you imagine? The woman didn't really say anything here. She just made diplomatic statement from beginning to the end of it. She didn't really say anything. She's sitting on the fence. She didn't support anybody. Rather, she just appreciating people for deciding to go through judiciary to end the dispute. Just hoping that the judiciary will be independent enough to also end the dispute. All right. So that is what U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria is saying. Thank you for listening. And let's have your comment. How Nasiam.